Today we're introducing pork shoulder to its new best friend, papaya, a tropical fruit that is full of an enzyme called papain. What does papain do? 1. It breaks down protein, which we have plenty here, into smaller amino acid strands, tenderizing the meat and helping it remain juicy after a long period of cooking. 2. It breaks down the collagen in the connective tissue, which, once again, we have plenty, into mouth-coating, extremely yummy, juicy gelatin. 3. The subtle sweetness helps caramelization during cooking, aiding browning, everything you want in a roast. Are you sold yet? No? 4. Unlike citrusy marinades like lemon, ripe papaya is almost pH neutral, meaning prolonged period of marination will not cook or denature the meat, giving us time in the fridge to play with. So, very simple. We remove the seeds, which is also full of papain, but also bitterness, unfortunately. Into a blender it goes, along with 1% salt of the pork shoulder's weight. This will season the shoulder thoroughly and also help to break down the protein. We blitz, we marinate, and I'll see you tomorrow. After a day in the fridge and wiping off all the excess, our pork is ready for the oven. Now, to balance the sweetness of the papaya and the richness of the pork, we have some earthy spices, starting with the cumin, which adds a bit of warm, earthy depth, the coriander, which brings a citrusy, slightly floral note, the smoked paprika for its subtle smokiness, and we have some aromatics. Today, some grated ginger for some zesty freshness that would cut through the richness of the pork, some minced garlic when cooked down for some savory caramel notes. And we move on to some sweet spices, some cinnamon, some cloves, both of which would bring some warmth to the dish, reinforcing the natural sweetness of the papaya, and some optional heat. Today, we have some Kashmiri chili powder. You don't have to follow this one for one, but just think about what you want to balance the sweetness and the richness. For example, I wouldn't use honey in my rub. So, simply mix everything together, and a generous amount, any high smoke point neutral oil to form a paste. Because of the lack of acidity we talked about yesterday from the papaya, we're not adding this to the marination as it wouldn't be carried through to the meat. It will merely be a surface treatment, and if it were to be a surface treatment, I'd rather it now than yesterday to retain the freshness and fragrance of the spices. Perfect. Now we rub. Now we transfer this to our roasting tray or casserole dish. To cook this, the best way to think about it is that you're cooking something that's permanently glazed with honey. So definitely no direct heat, lid on or foil on, and definitely not high temperature. We're cooking this at 130 degrees Celsius for about 6 hours, and only for the last 30 minutes will we open the lid and let some color come in. I'll see you then. After 6 hours, we have this beauty. If you have the smallest inkling to blast the heat for the final 30 minutes, don't. I've burned 3 of these, so you don't have to burn yours. And this is a dish you enjoy with a spoon.